Hey guys, I'm Mez and welcome to this quick start guide for Mythic Temple of the Jade Serpent. Temple is one of the old expansion dungeons joining the Mythic Plus dungeon pool in Season 1. The first boss is Wise Mari and has new mechanics on Mythic Plus. For starters, interrupt Hydro Lance whenever you can. When you have the Arrow of Corrupted Vortex on you, move away from the inner circle so that the puddle you leave behind is out of the way. Whenever the water starts jumping up, don't stand in the water to not be hit by Corrupted Geyser. And lastly, when Wash Away is cast, the boss will shoot out a beam of water in front of him and rotate around. Don't get hit by the beam by walking around the boss on the small circle of ledges that surround him. The second boss encounter is Strife and Peril. Attack one of the two bosses at a time. When you attack one of them, they will gain stacks of intensity, which will deal increasing damage to your entire group. Additionally, when it reaches 10 stacks, the boss will become immune. So DPS one, and when he becomes immune, switch to the other. Their stacks will drop while you're not attacking them. Strife and Peril also have a new mechanic each. However, I will say that the way it worked on the beta seemed very random, so it might change when Season 1 starts. Strife will put the debuff Feeling of Superiority on random players. This is a stacking dot that also increases the damage and healing you do by 25%. The dot will stack until you get Feeling of Inferiority on you. This will reduce your damage and healing by 5% and make you immune to Superiority until it fades. Currently, this is also put on random players. At the same time, Peril can also put a dot on players with Hazardous Thoughts, dealing damage and slowing the player. Do note that I haven't seen this cast once in all my runs while testing, but it's in the journal, so do be aware of it possibly occurring. Lastly, they will both cast Agony to deal damage to the group. The third boss is Liu Flameheart and is a 3-phase encounter. In phase 1, dispel the Serpent Strike debuff from the tank. With Serpent Kick, the boss will deal damage to anyone standing in the circle, so move out of it. And when Serpent Wave is cast, don't get hit by the flame waves. At 70% health, each of the 3 abilities become more powerful. Serpent Strike will now also put a healing absorb on the tank and can no longer be dispelled. Serpent Kick will now also knock you back if you stand in the circle. And Serpent Wave will now leave behind puddles of Jade Fire, so don't stand in them. At 30% health, the dragon Yulan will spawn and you will have to DPS her instead while she casts 2 abilities. Don't stand in front of her when she does Fire Breath. And lastly, don't stand in the swirls and the fire pools that the Jade Fire leaves on the floor. The last boss is the Shah of Doubt. Wither will deal damage to random players, heal through it. Dispel the debuff Touch of Nothingness as it will deal damage to anyone standing in your circle. And when Figments of Doubt spawn on every player, DPS them down before they reach 100% energy. The boss will be immune to damage while Figments are up. Group up so that you can cleave, but stay out if you have the circle on you. If there are still adds up when the Bounds of Reality cast ends, the boss will heal up. And that's all you need to know for the Temple of the Jade Serpent. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. I would very much appreciate it as it helps with the YouTube algorithm. You can also follow me on Twitter at wow_weekly and on Twitch at twitch.tv/bbmezzy. For now, I'm Mezzy and I'll see you again next time.